Dude. I am not vibing! Welcome back, Camley. I'm not vibing. I'm not chill. Not doing good. Oh my god. I don't know why life has just been testing me and throwing punches. I kind of went on a rant about this earlier, but like a ton of just emotional happened like right before I moved. And then I moved and it was so stressful. It consumed my whole life. Drove across the country with my kids and my dog. It was just intense. And then right when I got here, I got sick. I'm pretty sure it was the flu. And then my childcare situation was just kind of like in a weird in-between place, and I didn't have help with the kids for a while. And then I went to Dallas for Thanksgiving, and that was a whole like 4-hour trip both ways, and like, you know, disruption from the stability that I'm desperately trying to create for myself. Then I got back, and then I got hit with just another wave of like trauma and grief and just like all these things that I haven't been able to deal with emotionally, just like coming up to the surface because I've just been going through so much that I couldn't deal with any of my feelings. And I finally like took some time to deal with that, and then I was like, okay, this week is my week. I am ready. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take charge. I'm gonna create a stable routine. No more of this chaos, this craziness. I've been so desperately wanting just peace and stability and to just finally start building my life here. This last weekend, my little sister was in town, so my plan was to just kind of like have a really fun weekend visiting with my sister after that long week of like mental health craziness, to like just have a really good time, enjoy myself, and kind of mentally prepare for the next week of like grinding. And I'm even annoying myself talking about it because it seems like there's just always some excuse, there's always something. But like, there is always something. It's not even an excuse. Like, life has just not even given me a break since I got here. Honestly, when has life ever given me a break? Let's be real. But yeah, yesterday I finally sat down and I like made a plan for the whole week of like everything I wanted to accomplish for each day. But my sister got me sick while she was here. Like, she got here and she was like, I don't know, something about the lack of humidity here, like it's hurting my throat. And we're like, are you sick? And she's like, no. It's just the humidity. It's like weird. Turns out she got sick. And now I'm sick. Again! I was just sick like 2 weeks ago with the flu. It was so bad. And it's just like, I feel it coming, and I feel like I should do something to prepare for it. Like, I had a whole week's worth of plans. Like, I want to try to accomplish some of that while I'm still feeling like not horrible. But at the same time, like, I'm already so foggy. My throat hurts. I'm congested. I have a headache. Like I'm already kind of there. And it's just so frustrating. It's so frustrating. And then like this is the last week until the kids go on winter break. They have a winter break for 2 weeks. So this was really it. This was my chance to like find a little bit of stability before Christmas and all that. And now I just feel like I guess we're just gonna like white knuckle it until after the holidays. And then maybe I can like find peace. I've also been on like the worst sleep schedule. It's just been so hard, and just with everything going on, I haven't been doing great emotionally, and going to bed at like 2 a.m. and waking up at 7 is not helping at all. And I just really wanted to fix that this week. So if I accomplish anything this week, hopefully it's at least going to bed early and getting lots of rest. But I'm trying to make the best out of it. I'm gonna look at my list of what I was planning on doing this week and like see what's reasonable for me to accomplish today and what like absolutely needs to get done versus what was kind of like ambitious for me to begin with. I'm just like so sick of myself. I feel like all I do is complain. But like, fuck, it's just been thing after thing to complain about. And today I wanted to finish putting the knobs on my dresser because I got new knobs and I put like half of them on last night To be fair, I did get a lot done yesterday. I like cleaned my whole house. I hung up all my clothes. I like did a few loads of laundry. Like, I'm off to a better foot than I was at the beginning of yesterday. But I wanted to sweep. I literally just bought a broom because Coco broke my broom. And so I needed to buy a new one so I could sweep. But like, that's a lot for me right now. I don't know. I feel like that takes just a lot of energy to like walk around the whole house. And like, the dishes is also just kind of a lot. I was gonna go get a massage today because my manager paid for a massage for me as like kind of a moving in present. And he knows I've just been really stressed, but I don't think that's gonna happen today. I don't think I'd even like enjoy it because I can't even breathe. I need to edit a wedding, which I just had my first freelance gig that was actually like paid, like my first paid gig for my like little videography side hustle, which I'm really excited about. It was so fun to shoot that. That also happened this last weekend. And with this being like my first paid gig, not something I'm just like doing for free, like I do have a solid deadline and I do want to really start that. And that's something I could do just like sitting down and chilling, I guess. Film a vlog. Find a therapist. I could go online and like search for a therapist. Schedule time to get my bike fixed. Schedule a tattoo appointment. Yeah, I mean, not a priority, but so I could sit down at my computer and like try and arrange things a bit and edit. Which today I wanted to like go to a coffee shop to do all that stuff. I was gonna like do my chores, sweep and do the dishes, and then get my massage and then go like edit at the coffee shop. It sounded like a perfect plan for the day, right? It's always when I have like a cute little day planned that something goes wrong. And then tomorrow I was gonna fold all the laundry, which like is pretty doable. It depends on how I feel tomorrow. There's a few things I need to do, like to unpack my kitchen, because it's like unpacked but things aren't like in the best spot. I just kind of like put things in cupboards, so I wanted to like really organize it because I haven't even really used my kitchen. Like I've been just eating processed just like processed microwaved. It's like this cycle. It's like this stupid cycle where like I want to do better, I want to eat better, I want to like get better sleep and just be more productive and just have more energy. Like I want so much more for myself than this. But in order for me to like get there, I need to organize my kitchen better. So I want to cook in it, and I need to like fold and put away all my laundry so that way it's like not piling up around me and I can like breathe and have some peace and like, I don't know, maybe even find the motivation to like do yoga and meditate without just like looking around and seeing baskets of laundry around me. All those like first step type things that I know I need to do in order to start making those changes. I'm just so stuck because I can't find the energy to do that because my sleep schedule sucks and my diet sucks and I haven't been exercising, and because of all that my mental health sucks, which just, it's a cycle, it's a loop, and it's so frustrating because this week I was gonna break the loop. I wrote out my whole plan. It was gonna be all done by the end of the week, and then I could just like live happily and like start to do things to make myself feel better. And what else? All of my like artwork is just sitting in my hallway, taking up space. I still need to unpack all my vinyls and my decorations for my room. I need to edit this vlog at some point this week. I need to go grocery shopping. I need to go to the dump. I need to post this video on Friday. Oh, I'm not gonna get it all set up perfectly this week. This isn't gonna be the week. I really wanted it to because I'm sick of living like this, but this isn't gonna be the week. I'm just gonna do what I can, which I want to do so much more. I'm so sick of like sitting here and anticipating it and like dreading it and making it up to be this huge thing. Like I was so ready to just do it. Like my mindset was finally there. Oh, it's just so hard not to be so frustrated right now. And yeah, like there's always gonna be time. Like it'll happen. I know it'll happen eventually, but I really wanted this week to be the week that it happened. Every time I'm like upset, I feel the need to like justify it and like explain it and take myself out of it and tell myself like, there's worse problems, it's not that bad, get over yourself. And that's like just not helpful. And I feel like that's definitely coming from like an outside source, like things that have just been ingrained in my head to like minimize my feelings. And so I've really just been trying to like feel the full extent of my feelings without like minimizing them and telling myself that it's not that bad and I'm being dramatic. Because I've been told my whole life that it's not that bad and I'm being dramatic. And you know what? Like, my feelings are my feelings, and right now I'm really fucking frustrated and I want to like throw a tantrum, and like, it's okay. Like, I'm trying to allow myself as an adult to like throw the tantrums I didn't get to throw when I was a kid. Because when you're little and you have big feelings and you just want to let it out, you're told like, stop throwing a tantrum, you know, it's not that bad, get over yourself, you're being dramatic. But I'm just like, I'm gonna throw my tantrum. I'm gonna throw my tantrum. I don't want to do it. I don't want to be sick again. It does not help me to move through my feelings when I'm just like sitting in bed, doom scrolling and spiraling in the back of my mind about all the things that need to get done and how pissed off I am that it's not gonna get done. At this point, all I can do is just try my best to take care of myself and do the things that I absolutely need to do, like edit my video and find a therapist. Definitely at the top of the priority list. But first, I'm gonna do a face mask and make some tea. Maybe I'll order like a juice. At this point, I don't really know what I could do to like prevent from getting any more sick, but I think a juice probably couldn't hurt. I don't want to do a peel off. That's a lot right now. I'm just gonna do some eye patches. This one's kind of broken, but oh well. I'm gonna go make some tea now. It's hard not to feel silly, especially with these on, but I mean like after just like getting emotional. And it's like, why? Why do I feel silly? Ugh, my skin. I was definitely like stress picking at it all day. Pretty bad habit of mine when I'm stressed out. Your feelings are not silly. Go make some tea. All right, I made some ginger honey tea, and I just put like a little sprinkle of turmeric. It's probably not gonna be very tasty, but I think it'll be good for me. And I'll probably order from a juice place anyways and like get more turmeric, more ginger, more of that good stuff. I think while that cools down a bit, I'm gonna try to just sweep at least this main room so I don't like get annoyed at just like walking around over here. Okay. Wasn't too bad, except I just got a brand new broom and it's not broken in yet, and it's like way too stiff. I need to like break it in. Do you guys want to see our gingerbread house? Look at that. How cute. It was mostly Coco and Dee Dee. I really like just put it together and they decorated it. It's like literally on my cheek. As I was sweeping, I was just kind of thinking and I don't know, just trying to look on the bright side of things and think about the future and, you know, the light at the end of the tunnel. I really wanted to get these things done before the new year started, but at this rate, that doesn't look like it's gonna happen. But nonetheless, I have a lot of big plans for next year, and to just think about like where I'm gonna be at the end of next year, a year from right now, I have a lot of hope. Towards the beginning of the year, the documentary I was in is going to be released, and I'm really excited for everyone to see that. And as you know, I've been writing a book for quite a while now. There hasn't been a ton of writing going on though for how long I've been like writing this book. It just keeps changing, and every time I try to start it, I decide to just completely change like the structure of it, and then I start over, and then it's like, no, this isn't it either. And it's hard because I've been trying to put my whole story into a book, and my writing style is definitely less like storytelling and more just kind of like profound and poetic, and like I think my strengths in my writing tend to kind of be in the way I convey emotions rather than the way I tell a story, which some of the best stories are told like with great emotion conveyed, but you kind of need both of those skills to really make something great. But I am really good at telling a story through video. Been doing it for a long time now, and that's kind of where I see myself going. So I think as far as sharing my story, the full story, especially after like participating in that documentary, it helped me kind of realize like it's never meant to be a book. It was meant to be a documentary. And I think it's something I'm gonna like produce for myself. I've always wanted to produce a documentary. It's one of my favorite forms of media. And every time I've sat down to watch a documentary, especially like autobiographical documentaries, I'm always just so inspired. And it's just such a story to tell, and I just feel like I'd reach a broader audience if I told it in documentary form rather than in a book. And so that is my biggest goal this year, is to produce a documentary about my life. I've already kind of started planning it out. It's mostly just like an idea at this point, but with how long I've struggled to put this book together, I think if I put that energy into this, I could really get it done and make something great. And then I could go and like use a lot of my old footage and like real life examples and really tell the story, like I said, just the best way that I know how. But it all just kind of goes back to like, if I'm gonna have the energy to pursue a project like that, along with all the other projects I have going on, there's no space for that creative freedom when in my day-to-day life I feel like I'm drowning. But I'm just trying to think of every little thing that I do as putting me one step closer to reaching that goal. It's all just one big balancing act, and that's really what my life has been, just finding balance. And in these past few years, there's just been more and more like spinning plates added on, and I'm constantly having to like readjust, rebalance. But when I get sick in the middle of a week like this, it just feels like a boulder is heading towards me as I'm trying to balance all these plates. So let's just try and survive the rest of the year, and then 2023 will be full of opportunity and creativity and all the things I've been so excited to start. The last 2 years have been like a really weird waiting period where I just needed to recover emotionally and just figure it out for myself, figure out how I'm gonna keep going. And now I have the vision and I'm here, but all these hurdles just keep being put in front of me. And I'm always like, you know, what's new? Like, what is new? This is nothing new to me. This is just how my life functions. Like, there's always at least one hurdle. The people who know me personally and see the details of like the day-to-day inner workings of my life, they'll tell ya it's entertaining to them because there's always something and it's always very chaotic. But I'm trying to stop telling myself that like I should be used to it by now, because like I said, it just minimizes it, and it's hard, and it's not something I would expect of anyone to just like get used to it when it comes to dealing with such a hard situation. So I should stop expecting myself to be used to it. You'll hear all about it in my documentary. Yeah, I'm just really excited to make something that will really make a difference. And I think whether I told my story in a book or a documentary or however I told it, it's a really important story to tell. I've lived a lot of life so far in my 21 years, and with that comes a lot of lessons. And I'm a very firm believer that with most lessons, it's better to learn them yourself. I'm definitely better off for having learned some of those lessons hands-on, but certain things, if I can help someone to avoid that pain, to avoid that struggle, to learn from my mistakes, that would help to make it worth it. Maybe not worth it entirely, but it would at least add some more meaning. There's already meaning in all the suffering I've endured. That's kind of been the whole point over the last few years for me, is finding meaning in all that suffering. And I've definitely found it for myself, and a huge part of it is helping others. So yeah, I'm excited. Big things are coming. It's finally happening, and this next year is really gonna be great. Just gotta make it till January. Of all weeks for me to get sick, of course, it's like the week right before winter break. And I just know I'm gonna be pretty unproductive when I have the girls full time. I just can't really function at that rate. Full-time single parenting on top of everything else, on top of like Christmas, like, oh, I'm nervous just talking about it. Wish me luck. It's all I can ask for at this point. Thanks for being here. It really helps me to work through these feelings. I don't think any of you could understand just how helpful it is to talk to my camera and know that my support system is on the other side of that. And I hope your day's going a little better than mine is. I'll talk to you guys later. Happy holidays.